All right, I see a bunch of yeses. That's awesome. All right, so who do we got in our class today? I would love to know you guys' names, and if you guys could say your names out loud, because that would help me pronounce your names, help me get to know you guys a little better. So if you click on the People tab, I'll just share this for a second. The People tab over here, it has everyone's name in alphabetical order. So, like if I say, hi, I'm Mahum, can I have the next person whose name starts with A just give us a hi and tell us how to say your name? Oh, I think you did unmute, but I wasn't able to hear anything. It could be a mic issue. You want to try one more time? No, it's okay. Oh, just a minute. Okay, we'll give you a minute. No problem. Does that have echo? I wonder why. Go ahead with everyone else. All right. All right, who do we have next? Can you have you say your name, please? All right, I don't want to butcher people's names, but I have no other choice. All right, so in the first one we have Ain Zol Gown. Not sure how to say that. And then, oh, I have to mute myself? And your computer doesn't have a mic? Okay, that's okay. All right, and can we have the person with the letter C say their name out loud, please? And Syrian Nuxon has written royalty. Is your name royalty? Not quite sure. Oh, okay, interesting. Good to know. Royalty. I'll just call you that. And then can we have Jamai? Can you give us a hi and just tell us how to pronounce your name properly? Because I might not be saying it right. I did see you unmute yourself, but I didn't hear anything. I don't know if it's you guys can hear me, right? Like I don't know why I can't hear any of you. Kind of weird. Oh, I said it correct? All right, good to know. Awesome. And then one final person, I believe. We also have, by the way, two helpers in the classroom. We have AM and OS. But before them, can we have Jadidia go ahead and tell us how to pronounce their name? Oh, I saw you mute yourself, but I wasn't able to hear you. Hopefully. No, I still wasn't able to hear. I saw you like your mic unmute, but oh well. That's okay. All right, and then we also have, as I mentioned, two other helpers. So if you ever have any tech issues, any connection issues, if you're not understanding anything and you need to slow down, you can just give a little like hands up or a little shout out or a little comment to OS or AM, and they'll help you guys out. All right, so without further ado, let's get started, people. Welcome to Learning with Me's second cohort for Scratch Camp. You guys are one of our pioneer students, right? We've already had a set, but you guys are second set, and we're going to see how this works out for students virtually. So before I even get further, I just want to give you guys a little briefing of the code of conduct with Scratch and Learning with Me. First of all, please respect everyone. Everyone learns at a different pace. Everyone has a different style of learning, and everyone has different connection issues and connection circumstances. So sometimes my laptop might die, someone else's connection might fall. So we are going to try to wait a little bit and help everyone catch up on, because we can only learn together, right? We can only go as fast as the slowest person. So just respect everyone in the chat and whenever you unmute yourself. The second thing is please stay on mute when someone else is talking or when the instructor like myself is talking. That way we can just hear one person's voice at a time. Use the chat for questions and help. Your chat is the main communication form with me. If you do not use the chat, I will have no idea that I'm going too fast or not. So please do use the chat. Also, am I like clear enough or am I talking too fast? I just want to know. Use the chat, folks. Use the chat. You're okay? Okay. And you can hear me clearly? Can hear you clearly. Good. Okay, perfect. And the last thing I wanted to mention is that if your internet disconnects or something happens to your laptop, try to join us as soon as you can. Join us back ASAP, and we'll try to help you and catch you up, okay? So don't feel like, oh, the internet's not working. Oh, well, I'm just going to like skip class today. No. That's not going to work. You need to connect again as soon as you can. All right. So I'm assuming you guys probably are used to Google Meet. You have your mic at the bottom. If you click on it, you will unmute and mute. If you click on the phone symbol, you're going to leave the class. And if you click on the chat in the top right corner, you can comment. Now, before we even talk about Scratch and coding languages, I just want to talk first about what is a computer. And that is my first question to you guys. Tell me in the chat or unmute yourself if you can. What is a computer? To start things off, what is a computer? It's okay if you don't know anything about a computer. What on earth is a computer? It's a device. Great answer. What else is a computer? A device that follows a set of instructions. Aha, someone read the instructions. I like that. Cool. So yes, since we've already hit on that, I guess I'll just reiterate it. What is a computer and what exactly makes a computer? A computer is an electrical device that stores and processes data. It follows instructions, which are called coding, right? Or scripts or code. An input and output device. I really like that. That's a great answer. So there's a couple different sections of this answer that you guys have to kind of remember so that you remember what a computer is, what a laptop is, what your smartphone is, right? Electrical device, meaning if you don't have electricity flowing through it, if you don't have electrons through it, it's not going to work, right? That's why you need to charge it every single time. Stores and processes data. So data could be any sort of information. A click is a data. A spacebar key is a data. It's data because it's instructions to the computer. It's information, right? And it follows instructions. It follows instructions. Instructions are called coding. So what we're going to do today with Scratch is a type of coding, which is a type of instruction, which is going to tell the computer how to do something. All right. Now, this question is probably easier. So what are some parts of a computer, right? What are some parts of a computer? A mouse, that could work. Yeah, mouse, keyboard, processor, dashboard. What else? Screen, awesome. I was right about to write that. Screen. The RAM, very important part. Love it. What else is part of a computer? So someone mentioned RAM, and RAM is pretty important. If you guys can remember the word RAM, random access memory, which is just a quick memory storage, and you can remember what it means, if you go anywhere in the world at this age and tell them what a RAM is, they're going to be very impressed, okay? So just remember, a computer is like your brain. It's like a human being sometimes. It has a CPU, which is the brain of the computer, right? A CPU is called the central processing unit, and it's in the computer. And that brain, just like your brain, has a section for memory, which is called random access memory, or RAM. And that's where you quickly store memory, like, you know, when you save a picture on your computer, where does it go? Oh, awesome. Tell Lily I said awesome. Like, so as I was saying, your RAM and your CPU are connected. So whatever instruction or whatever thing your brain needs to remember, like the computer needs to remember, it goes into the RAM. All right, so brain, memory, CPU, RAM. Just remember that, guys. All right? And the next part, which is a little bit of a tricky question. Is a calculator a computer? You guys can give me a yes or no in the chat. Is a calculator a computer? All right, I have one yes. What do the rest of you guys think? I have another yes, another yes. Oh my gosh, 3 yeses. What do you think, Bozello? Should I even try? Oh yeah, he said yes as well. Yes, but with less options. Interesting. Okay. And what do our folks on the YouTube stream think? Do we have a majority yes, majority no? I don't know, I'm just trying to engage. So yeah, a calculator is a computer. And you're actually gonna be really, really amazed though that the calculator on your phone is much, much stronger than one of the astronomical calculating computational machinery that they had for NASA for spaceships. Like the smartphone and the calculator are very, very powerful these days. Which leads me to my second question. Is there a computer in your smartphone? Is your smartphone a computer? You guys can give me a yes or no in the chat. And if you could maybe explain why, that would be even better. All right, so we have a yes in the chat. Awesome. So Ainzelgown, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, and Jamai believe that, yeah, a smartphone is a computer. Who else? We got a couple more people. We got another yes in the chat. Is there a computer in your smartphone? And then Syrian's, wait, is her name Syrian? I can't remember. It's royalty. Okay, no. Okay, she says maybe. Interesting. Okay, so we haven't really decided yet. But yeah, in all honesty, a smartphone is a computer because a smartphone is an electrical device, stores and processes data, and it follows instructions. It follows coding. It's pretty much exactly a computer. In fact, it's much faster and much smaller, which means it's more compact and a lot more helpful. Ronak, I can just call you Ronak. Wait, Ronak or Ronak? Ronak. Okay, awesome. Hey, your mic worked. That's great. Great stuff. Awesome. All right, let's go to the next part. So now we're going to talk about, so we've talked about what is computer. Let's talk about coding. What is coding? Have you guys done coding before? What are your experiences with coding? Did you like it? What is coding? Do you know? You've already mentioned an important part that it's instructions. What else do you guys know about coding? Coding is a set of instructions. Awesome. Okay, Ronak mentioned set of tasks. You did a little bit of like coding in primary school. Awesome. It's really cool that they're integrating coding into the curriculum now in younger ages. Or like, they didn't really used to do that before. Okay, so coding is a step-by-step set of instructions that a computer follows to give you an output, right? So for example, when you click on the play button for a YouTube video, there is some sort of coding going on down there. In the brain of the computer, there's some processing happening. Oh, I felt a click on this play button. What is the output? The output is that the video plays. So what are some other coding languages out there? Maybe you've heard of them, maybe you haven't. But just like how human beings have languages to communicate with each other, computers have languages as well to communicate with its own parts. So some languages include Python, Java, HTML, and Scratch. Now Scratch is a little bit different because Scratch is block-based coding. It's more colorful, it's more easier, and it's more to get people into the logic of coding than it is to get hardcore coding, right? Because it's a lot more important to understand how code works versus just knowing a bunch of random functions and commands. Just to recap, coding is a step-by-step set of instructions that a computer follows to give you an output. It's just like any other language in the world that human beings use to communicate with each other. And some of them are Python, Java, HTML, and Scratch. HTML is really good for websites. So if you're interested in making websites, you can check out HTML. And Python's really strong for like anything on the computer. It's not really good with mobile apps, but other than that, robotics, things like that, Python's really strong. All right, so before we even jump into Scratch and all the cool stuff Scratch has, I'm just going to show you guys what the basic layout of Scratch looks like. Has anyone created their account yet for Scratch or no? Okay, we got a no, we got a yes. Not sure if you've created an account. Okay, I'll just make another one. That's okay. Who else? Jemai says, you forgot your password. You have it as an application. Okay, but I still think if you make an account, that would be better because you can access it everywhere. Is that everybody? I don't think that's everyone. Oh, never mind. That is everyone. Okay. And Ronak says, yeah, he has it as an application. Perfect. And what do our YouTube folks say? Are they all... I don't think all of them made an account. That's okay. We're just going to go over that. Before I even go over that part, just want to show you the basic layout of what Scratch looks like. Scratch has a bunch of little blocks, right? And these are called commands. These are your commands. These are the parts of the code, right? And you'll notice that there's a bunch of different colors. You have motion and looks and sounds and events and more and more and more and more. And when you click on them, they're going to be different colored and they're going to do different things. This main blank zone, this is where the process happens. This is where you click on the commands and you bring them over here so that this output screen, this turtle or whatever you put over here, does what it is told to do. All right? So when you have commands in the code section, you bring them over to the process section. And then when you click on the green flag button, very important flag, you're going to get an output. Now, just remember up here in your commands, you also have costumes and sounds, which can make your game so much more engaging and so much more like interesting, right? So I don't want you guys to forget about costumes and sounds because when I refer to them later on, people are so confused. So costumes and sounds are right beside code, okay? Now, let's get started. So I need you guys to, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. We're gonna start coding. We're going to use this link and you're gonna either click join Scratch or sign in, all right? And as soon as you click that, you're gonna click over here where it says create. I'll reiterate that in a second, but here's the link. And let me just quickly present again. All I'm saying is that you click on the link, you click on join Scratch if you already have an account, or you click sign in if you don't have an account. Either way, when you're done, you're going to create. You're going to click on create. Now, in order to do that, when you're joining Scratch, you're going to need a username, so don't make it your real name, and a password. All right, and you might also need an email address, just to confirm. All right, so can everybody let me know if they have clicked the link yet? Just give me a yes if you have clicked it, and a no if you have not clicked it. I see yes from Jemai, which is awesome. And then I'm just going to share a screen from the StreamYard. Give me 1 second, folks. All right, I think this should be good. Okay, so all right, so let me just go back out for a second. Okay, so Bezalel is logged in, Jadidia has an account, Syrian has clicked it, and Jemaya also clicked it. Awesome. So your page should look something similar to this. It's going to have the Scratch logo. It's going to have 4 tabs: Create, Explore, Ideas, and About, a search tab, a mail button, a folder, and your profile. So once you have logged in, your profile name is going to appear. If you have not logged in, all you have to do, as I showed you, is click sign in or join, create your account, and then just click enter, and it's going to work. Now, all of these are projects that other people have made that are very, very They're very interesting, and usually they're very complex, and they're like really good examples of things you can do. All right. Oh, we have a new member, Anaconda. Cool. You clicked it. Awesome. Good to know. So they'll really reflect different people's cultures, different people's level of understanding of coding. Right, like school in 2020 is probably going to be a really funny meme or something. And then some of them are games, some of them are studios and art pieces. So there's a lot of things you can do with Scratch, and we're not even going to scratch the surface. Haha, get it? Pun intended. Yes. All right. Okay, so yes, Ronak got me back on track. We're going to click on the button Create over here. It's going to take you to the page that I was talking about before. Is everybody there yet? Did everyone click Create? Ta-da! All right, Jemai said yes. Bazelle says done. Awesome. I love the assertive self-directed learning here. Jadidia, Syrian, Royalty. Can you guys help me out here? Ronak, you're there, good. Unos, dos, tres. I need a couple more people, folks. I need a couple more yeses. Anaconda, are you there yet? Oh, you already started coding, but I didn't even tell you what to code yet. Come on, dude. Okay. So for this first project, I'm not going to make it anything specific, anything like with some sort of definite output. We're just going to try to explore the Scratch console today and kind of just put together like a little funny, I don't even know, it's kind of funny, a little like story or just random code even, okay? So before I get into that, I just want you guys to click through the console with me. You're going to see up at the top, it says basically a language thing. Mine's kept at English. Please keep yours at English too. It's going to be much easier to follow along. There's file and edit. So file and edit is important if you have to save something later on, okay? So if you start coding and then your internet doesn't work, you have to click on file, all right? And file is going to open up to save now, save as a copy, load from your computer, save to your computer. Very, very important. I'm putting this out there now because people lose things later on. Oh, Anaconda is Lily. Good to know. You want to make a dragon thing? Awesome. We will try to, let's make that, yeah. Any other suggestions? What should we make? We got a little dragon. We can put together a little dragon. What should the dragon do? Anything else? Put dragon in our list. All right, so before I actually code, this part over here is where you're going to title your code. So can you just call that like first code or something? Right? This is really important as well. And this orange share button, of all the buttons that are important, this is like one of the most important. This share button. When you click share, it's going to take you to your page out here. And it says your project is now shared. It means that if you copy your link and paste it to me, I will be able to open it. But if you do not click share, right? If you don't click the orange button, then nobody will be able to access what you're creating. Okay? Now, if you didn't use your email to sign in and you haven't confirmed it yet, you won't be able to share it. So please do that, okay? Please confirm your email and confirm Scratch. All right? Sounds good? All right, we need a dragon that flies and battles on the dragon, like that. Now, in the code section, we talked about motion blocks, and we're going to have move 10 steps, and we have a cat over here. So let's just see what happens if I'd say move 10 steps and drag it over. Can everyone do that? Can everyone grab move 10 steps and drag it over into their screen? You're going to notice that absolutely nothing happens. If you click on it, then the cat moved. Did you notice that? If I click on it, then the cat moves 10 steps over and over and over again. But I don't want to keep telling it to do that over and over and over and over again. I want it to do it without me clicking it, right? So one of the most important pieces of code is in events when green flag clicked. All right, does everyone have those two pieces of code? Events, one green flag clicked. So far, I have a cat, and I have events, one green flag clicked, and move 10 steps. Let's change 10 to like 50 and see what happens. Ready? Observe this cat. It jumped over, and I just clicked the green flag. So all that is supposed to show you is how moving works, right? And how the green flag is super duper important. Let's try making our dragon now, okay? So if we take this cat and we're like, hey, we don't really want a cat in our story, we're gonna click on this trash can button in the top corner. Does everyone see this trash can button? You have your output here, you have the sprite's name, cat, you have coordinates, you have a size, a direction. You also have this little square, it says sprite 1 or cat. You're just gonna click on the trash can. It will disappear, and so will all the code. Does everyone have that so far? Lily, Jadidia, Jamai, you guys there? Ronak, anyone? Has everyone deleted their cat? It doesn't matter if you put the code together, as long as you deleted the cat, that's all I care about. That's all you have to worry about. All right, I see 3 yeses, that's good. Okay, Lily did it, awesome. So once your cat's gone, you need to output something, and to output something, you're gonna have to grab it from choose a sprite. So choose a sprite, it's this little cat with a plus sign in the corner. It says choose a sprite. You can either pick one from their library, create one yourself, grab a random one, or upload a sprite that you created. So we're just gonna click on the magnifying glass for now, because it makes things so much more faster and easier. All right, and you're gonna scroll through and find something that looks similar to a dragon. So again, this is our first class. I'm not gonna be specific on what you have to have and what you don't have to have in order for the game to work and make sense. So you can pick absolutely anything. Previously, like in our Google slide, if you noticed, let me change that. Like here, we had a dinosaur game for our first class last time, so we could copy something similar to that. So there's a bunch of dinosaurs, and if you want, you can just grab one. So if you click on it, that dinosaur will show up on your screen. All right, and you click on that dinosaur, the dinosaurs show up. Does everyone have a sprite that is not the cat? Good stuff. You got a ghost. Awesome. Cool. I like it. I'm just going to try to grab Moodle for a section. Oh, never mind. You got a griffin? You drew your dragon? That's pretty epic. Yeah, you can draw it. If you don't want to pick one, you can go to Paint. And Paint's really cool. It has a lot of features. You can check that out later. We're going to do it as a class later on as well. But you can really like create anything in Paint. I'm not gonna explore that yet, all right? So in our dinosaur, I want you guys to click on costumes. Costume shows you all the different movements your dragon does. It's like, notice, his mouth is open, his tail is down, his tail is up with his leg, he's normal, right? So the dinosaur has different positions, and you can flip through those different positions, right, to make the game more animated. If you don't like a position, you can delete the position, right? I'm just showing you guys that this is there in costumes. So did everyone click on costumes and understand what I'm talking about? Costumes, anyone? Costumes is right beside the code button that I was talking about, right? You click on code, and right beside code, you can click on costumes. Okay, Bazzello got it. Awesome. I see 2 anacondas. I don't know why. I mean, 2 lilies. Anyone else? Only Bazzello? Okay. Ronak got it. Ronak got to the costumes. Sirian got to costumes. Wait, I just want to make sure I'm saying that right. Is that your actual name? And who was the person that said their name was Royalty? Go back. Okay, it's going to take me so long time to figure it out. Oh yeah, that was Syrian. That was okay. Never mind. Sorry. And is my mom's. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. That happens to me too a lot. I use my mom's, and then everyone thinks my name is that. All right, and Bazal, you said call. Between you can call me Buzz. Buzz. Okay, that's nice. Okay, cool. Awesome. So we have Bez and Royalty and Ronak, and then what's his name? Janaya? Jamai. Okay, focus. So yeah, we're talking about the costumes, right? If you go back to code, let's pretend this is our dragon, and we're just gonna make him talk to another dragon, okay? So to make him talk to another dragon, I want you guys to click on choose a sprite, click on another dinosaur, and click on a dinosaur that's looking that way. That's looking towards the dinosaur, right? So we already have a green one that looks this way. We could have this blue one that looks that way, and he has a lot more mini pictures that you can have, you know? So far I have two dinosaurs just randomly on my screen. And I want to move him over a little bit, and I want to move him over a little bit, and let's make a little like chat conversation. So we're going to go to green flag, right? We're going to click on looks, this purple button, the second button called looks, and we're going to click on say hello for 2 seconds. So all I did was I went to events and got one green flag clicked, and I went to looks and then I got say hello for 2 seconds. So I'm just going to type that out for you guys in short form. So in events, you have the green flag. And in looks, you have hello for 2 seconds. So in order to make this actually happen, let's see. Let's click on the green flag. He said hello. Awesome. So you're going to notice that this hello statement came from the blue dinosaur because we clicked on the blue dinosaur here. So if this is selected, then this dinosaur will say the stuff in the code. If I click on the green dinosaur, the code is empty. Does that make sense? But the blue dinosaur has code. So maybe I want the green dinosaur and the blue dinosaur to have a conversation. So when it starts, the blue dinosaur says, hello, nice to meet you. If you type in it, you're able to change the text, okay? And then I want the green dinosaur to do something. So when I click on the green dinosaur, I'm going to go to events and grab one green flag clicked. Then we're going to go to say hello for 2 seconds. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I want my dinosaurs to talk at the same time. Because if I do say hello for 2 seconds here and say hello for 2 seconds here, and then I click on the green flag, they're both going to say hello at the same time, and then no one knows who said it first. So let's pretend that the green dinosaur, see, I've clicked the green dinosaur, said hello after the blue dinosaur. So in order to make that effect, we're going to go to control, and we're going to grab a very commonly used wait 1 second command. Now wait 1 second is going to put a delay of 1 second. It's going to make green dinosaur talk 1 second later. So in that 1 second, the blue dinosaur can say what he wanted to say, right? So we're going to scroll up and we're going to click on the green flag and it's going to say, hello, nice to meet you. And the other one's going to say hello. But maybe he doesn't say hello. Maybe he says, I want to eat you. Yes, I know that escalated really quickly. So he says, hello, nice to meet you. I want to eat you. So now this blue dinosaur is probably going to react. It's going to be like, what? I was trying to be your friend and you're trying to eat me? No, thank you. So let's change some things with the blue dinosaur now. Let's go into the blue dinosaur's code and let's click on sound. All right, so the third block, the pink block, sound. Now, if we click on start sound bite, did everyone hear that? Were you able to hear that bite sound? That bite sound is because of a default sound. Oh my gosh. That's in Scratch. But I want the dinosaur to scream first because I want the blue dinosaur to be scared. So I'm going to click on sounds, which is right beside costumes, which is right beside code. So in the top 3 tabs here, you're going to click on sounds. And I want to pick a sound. So I'm just going to scroll down and click on this blue choose a sound button. And I'm going to click on the magnifying glass. Is everyone following me so far? Yeah, you can wait for 2 seconds if you want. That works. Your code. Whatever you think is the best. You can make it wait for 2 seconds. All right, Royalty and everyone else, are you guys at the sound part yet? I just want to make sure I'm not speeding through or not making sense. If something doesn't make sense or if I'm just like rambling off, just let me know. Okay, Bez says yes, Royalty says yes. Jamai, Jadidia, Ronak, come on guys, give me answers. All right, we got a couple more yeses. Awesome, so you guys are there. So what I'm looking for in this is some sort of screaming sound. So let's go to voice. And if I click on cheer, it's a cheering sound, like I'm a stadium. But what if I click on scream 1? Ready, guys? If you don't like sounds and like really screechy noises, you might want to mute yourself or turn off your phone. Okay, so there was 2 screams there. I'm going to click scream 2 for my dinosaur. So when I go to code, I'm going to say start sound scream 2. So if I were to redo that for you guys, I would go into sounds, click on this button, click on voices, and then click on scream 2. Or you could just search up scream 2 and choose a sound. And then once you do that in the code, you're going to go to sound, start sound, scream 2. All right, are you guys ready to hear the results? You guys ready to hear out and see the story so far? Ready, ready, ready? Okay, let's see it. I'm going to make it bigger with this full screen control button and click on the green flag. Hello, nice to meet you. I want. Jeez. Okay, so yeah, that escalated pretty quickly. Play it? You want me to play? I'll play it one more time. Hello, nice to meet you. Jeez. Okay. So, as you can tell, there was just like a screaming sound, but we weren't really sure who was doing the screaming because we weren't able to see anyone's mouth open. So let's click. Remember, we're still on the blue dinosaur down here. We just added start sound scream 2. And we're going to scroll up and we're going to go into costumes. Remember I showed you costumes and I showed you the different kind of pictures the same dinosaur can have. This one, this one, this one. This one has a lot. It's like a dancing dinosaur or something like that. This one has a lot. I like the second one. The second one's mouth is open. He looks like he's screaming. So we're just going to remember the name Dancer 5B. Okay? Remember the word Dancer 5B, which is the costume's name. Dancer 5B. We're going to remember it, but we're going to still click on Dancer 5A. So click on Dancer 5A, go to code, and select looks. We already have say commands and think commands. We're going to go to switch costume and bring that down. switch costume is going to change the way the dinosaur looks. So we're going to click on 5B. All right, so let's see what that looks like so far. Ready, guys? Not really. So let's try checking what this code looks like. Hello, nice to meet you. I want to eat. Okay, was that code better than the first code? Did that look better? The animation looked better than the first time? A little bit? Okay, so now to make sure there's a change between this costume and this costume, this costume and this costume, we're going to grab another switch costume. We're going to put it right underneath when green flag clicked. And we're going to click on 5A. So switch costume to 5A, say hello. When you're screaming, switch costume to 5B. You liked it? Ah, thanks. I liked it too. Okay, is everyone else's code doing the exact same thing too though? So you're supposed to be following along and trying to get the same code. Does everyone else's code do that? Yeah, Jemai, go for it. What were you going to say? Never mind, it's okay. Yours is kind of the same, and it worked for royalty. Awesome. Are you, my YouTube folks, able to see my screen, or should I zoom in a little bit more? Oh, that was not supposed to happen. Let's zoom in a little bit so you guys can clearly see this. Okay, you can see it? Good. So if I click on green flag, oh, nice to meet you. I want to eat. And then it just screams. Okay, awesome. So this is a very basic code. The only thing I want to show you guys is the background button. So if you scroll to the very corner, you're going to find a button called Stage. All right, let me zoom in a little. And you're going to click on this blue Choose a Backdrop button because the backdrop right now is just white and it's not very interesting. So we're going to change it to something. You can make it like dinosaurs in the Arctic, dinosaurs at a baseball stadium, dinosaurs by a castle, the desert, the jungle. So whatever you guys like. I want to make it the jungle. Pick whatever background you want. There's a lot of variety here. You can obviously make your own as well if you want to later on. And then I'm just going to move my pieces a little bit. So now I have a background. I have two sprites. I have a little bit of code that tells them to delay a second, what to say, and what sounds we want to hear. All right. So I'm going to play this one last time, and then we're going to go on to something called Moodle, just to make sure you guys are kind of logged in, seeing the layout, and if it's working for you, okay? So I'm just going to click on this full screen button. I'm going to play it for you guys, and then we can see the result. So just, yeah, okay. Okay, the end. So we had a nice background, we had all the script and the sound. So that is where we're going to end it off for today for the Scratch coding part. We're not done class yet. No. Still have a little bit more to do. Was it this button or? Okay. All right, so are you guys able to see my screen here? It shows the Learning With Me website. Let me share screen with these YouTube people. There we go. Okay, so is everyone able to see Learning With Me over here? Yeah, is everyone? Yes, EM says you can see it. Awesome. So this is a Learning With Me website, and you can access it by just typing learningwithme.org/home. And it's just going to tell you some information about, who participates and how long is it, things like that. But what you guys need to do is click on sign in. So if you click on Scratch Camp over here in the top, you don't have to do it right now. I just want to show you the thing. And if you could do it right now, that'd be great. But it says stuff about Scratch, and then it says start learning Scratch. When you click that button, and again, this was in the email that everyone needs to sign up. Wait, this is registration. Never mind. Not sign up. Scratch curriculum. You click on Scratch curriculum, they'll show you the different things you were supposed to do, and some videos you guys could access later on. But to do those, where is, one second, I'm trying to find the login button. There it is, look, Am posted it. So he posted the link for the website, but along with that, there is a link for logging into the platform, right? Let me just copy paste this exact message that you probably saw in your email, which is over here. If you haven't already done so, please log into the Scratch Learning With Me, and I'll take you to your Moodle thingy, and then from there you should be able to log in. If I could just find it. Scratch curriculum, about calendar, mentors. Maybe it's there. No. Okay. Anyhow, what the platform looks like, I'll just skip over to that part. What the platform looks like is, oh, you haven't created a link yet for what I'm trying to show? I am so sorry. So it's, oh, thank you. Okay, so what I was trying to show isn't on the website apparently, but what's supposed to happen is that we're going to use, has everyone here used Google Classroom before? So anyone familiar with it? Yes, no? Okay, so some of you have, some of you haven't. It's okay if you haven't, because we're not going to use it. We're going to use something called Moodle. You used SharePoint before, cool. Okay, how about Moodle? Anyone know what Moodle is? No? No, okay, so no one sees Moodle, it's okay. I haven't really heard of Moodle much either. But it's really supposed to be a lot more easier to access once I just find where I asked access. Never mind. Oh, sorry, yes, Lily, what's your question? You can just type your question, you don't have to wait for me to look at it. So yeah, Lily, you want to ask your question? You can just type it or just unmute yourself. I was going to mention about Moodle, is that for any homework or assignments? Some of your other projects? Sure, we can check out your other projects. So yeah, for any sort of communications or assignments or homework, we're going to be using a platform called Moodle. I just want to let you guys know that we'll showcase it and kind of explain how to work with it later on. But for the time being, let's go back to our code here because that's where we're at. Oh, share screen. First code, share. Okay, perfect. Okay, yeah, so just give it an FYI, they'll be using Moodle. And then I just want to tell you guys what you guys are required for this kind of cohort. So in this cohort and in the Scratch Camp, what's mainly going to happen is I'm going to introduce a topic to you guys about coding, about the coding logic, and then we're going to do some of the coding and have a final result, and you guys can have a finished project. So hopefully by the end you'll have about 8 or 9, maybe even 10 finished projects, and then on the last day you guys can show us what you have. If you guys are interested, I can show you some of the other projects that we've created previously so that you can kind of see how you guys are going to be developing. So for example, there's a game called Space Invaders that we'll be coding, and you guys will get to code that as well together. And you're basically trying to hit the different parts. I don't want to share our community projects because then it's not exciting anymore. So, are there any questions? You're just going to leave the last 10 minutes or so for just any questions, or if you want to add to the code and you want any help. Are there any questions about Scratch or